Hello, wonderful Cancer. Welcome back to the channel. This is Gwendolyn, or if it's your first time here, welcome. This video is going to be a monthly tarot for Cancer moon. And as I shuffle the cards here, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the sky. We just finished up with that full moon in Sagittarius. And that full moon may have illuminated some things, brought things to the surface for release and for more clarity. It may have been a little bit intense for a lot of people. We had also Uranus moving into Taurus on May 15th. So Uranus is the planet of shakeups, of revolution. It's the rebellion planet. So it's restructuring things, and it's potential that some of that information that came out is restructuring things for you, Cancer. And then this month we have a new moon in your 12th house. It's in Gemini, and that's your house of spirituality, Cancer. So this is a really fun, sparkly, sort of good luck moon, and it could be a wonderful time for you to begin something new, as new moons represent new beginnings in your spiritual life. Maybe you begin a new spiritual practice. For some of you, that would be religious. For some of you, it would be deepening a yoga practice or beginning one. Just communing with the divine in whatever way that shows up for you. It's a really great time to begin that. And then to watch it develop over the next 6 months. And the 12th house is also the house of dreams. So for some of you, it would be a good time to begin a dream journaling practice and getting wisdom and information through what comes up in your dreams. Cancer is the natural ruler of the subconscious. So it could be very fruitful, Cancer, if you wanted to begin something like that. And then we have a full moon in Capricorn, your opposite sign, at the end of the month on 27th or 28th, depending upon where you're located. And that's in your 7th house of partnerships. So at the end of the month, your partnerships are really going to be lit up and illuminated and in focus, sort of on stage. It's a full moon that is conjunct Saturn. So it's got a serious, heavy feeling to it, or it just maybe means it's bringing structure to that. For some of you, you're going to be taking your relationships to the next level, having a very defined, structured aspect to your relationships. And, for those of you who are not in partnership, it's just shining a light there and it's putting it into focus. And for some of you too, full moons are times to release things. So it could be with this aspect that it has to Uranus, which is the liberator, the rebellion planet. It could be that some of you are breaking free of something that felt heavy or oppressive or anything to do. It could even just be breaking free of thoughts and feelings related to 7th house themes like partnership that no longer serve you. So there's all different kinds of ways, depending upon what's going on in your chart and in your life, that this energy can show up. But it's basically like new energy for your spirituality in the middle of the month on the 13th, and dreams. And then at the end of the month, full moon in Capricorn, lighting up your partnership house. So whatever that means for you, maybe releasing something or deepening a bond, bringing more structure to it. So let's see what's coming up for Cancer. I really just get the feeling that this month is going to be a lot lighter than a lot more sort of fun, sparkly Gemini energy. So let's see what is coming up. The first thing that I see is 6 of Wands in reverse. So is there a way, Cancer, that you could be resisting or fearing or doubting your own success, your own reputation, your own status or recognition in the world? 6 of Wands is usually someone who's riding on a horse and they've got a wreath of laurels around their head. They're usually the victor of a competition or some sort of endeavor. It's called victory. Is there a way that you're not allowing victory in Cancer? Or that you are, I kind of actually just get it, that you're being humble that you're being that you are, if you're getting accolades, that you're not fully embracing them or that you're not fully acknowledging them. And for some of you too, I'm actually reading this card as not buying into any BS. In the upright position, sometimes the lower side of this card, because it's in reverse, um, in the upright position, it's all about getting accolades and recognition and status. But the lower side of this card is the Emperor's wearing the Emperor's new clothes story, where he is parading around with no clothes and no one's acknowledging it except for the child. So I kind of get the sense that you are calling out people on their BS. I don't know why that's coming up for me with this card, but that's what I'm getting for you with this in reverse. And I'm also getting Four of Coins in reverse, which means letting go of things that you have fears about. Usually, Four of Coins can mean clinging to something, maintaining the status quo. In this card, it means security. And often it's the King Midas card, where he's holding on to things so tightly that he can't allow anything else in. And I get that you're challenging that, Cancer. I get that you are calling things out potentially and saying, no, there's room for more. There's room for, I don't need to be fearful about clinging on to money. I don't need to, some of you be tapping into your savings accounts. That's just what I'm getting with this card, which is okay. I know you Cancers like to put things away for a rainy day, and that gives you a sense of security and stability. But with this in reverse, I kind of get the sense that maybe you're challenging any fears about needing to cling on to the status quo or what you have. And by doing that, you're actually opening yourself up for more. I usually use with this card an image of a stick of butter in one's hand. If you're holding as tightly as you can, all the butter rushes through your fingers. That's what this card's energy usually has. But when you're challenging that and questioning that, you actually open things up and release things to receive more. So I'm actually liking this in the reverse for you here in the beginning of the month. I see you questioning things. I'm actually just getting really like a question authority kind of vibe here, Cancer, which I really like. And it's providing you with new vision of the future. You're thinking, what can I create? Let's shake things up. This is a card of envisioning what you want to create, building your empire, your ships coming in. And it's called integrity in this deck. And I'm seeing that by releasing things, you're making room for more, Cancer. It's almost like a spring cleaning kind of vibe that I'm getting from this. And it's very creative. It's very like you're making space for new things to come in. Interesting that this card is in between the card of security in reverse and the card of insecurity, which is Five of Earth, which means loss. So I don't know why, but again, I'm getting this as letting go of material things that are no longer serving you. Both with this in reverse and then this creative visioning card here. So it could be a really good time, Cancer, to clean out those closets, to get rid of things that are no longer useful. Look at something and ask the question, have I touched this in the past 2 years? And if it's sentimental, because I know you Cancers do have that sentimental side and like to be around things from the past, you can always take a photo of it, take a photograph, and then donate the thing or get rid of the thing and have the photograph that serves to satisfy any sentimental needs that you might need. But I really get the sense with these three cards, questioning the status quo, getting rid of clutter, getting rid of things that feel like, they're dead ears of corn that aren't serving you. This is usually a card of loss, but I'm actually getting it for you as getting rid of what no longer serves you. That's what's coming through for me with this, Cancer. And then in the middle of the month, oh gosh, big shakeup here. We've got Tower and we've got Breakthrough. So with Tower and Breakthrough, there's a big change that's opening things up. It can feel like a storm. It can feel like losing control. But the effect of it is breakthrough. And it may be a breakthrough that you're resisting or fearing. It's interesting to me that we've got 2 6s in reverse here in your reading. Sixes usually represent order, stability, harmony, things that are stable, reliable. And with both of these in reverse, it's kind of feeding this shakeup. It's really about a breakthrough, but you not be seeing it as that. You're feeling this storm, Cancer. This is maybe a new revelation. This is breaking down of old structures to let new things in. And what you might not be seeing is that it's really a breakthrough moment. I always use that image of a small chick inside of an egg, and where it's comfortable and stable. That's what this Four of Coins is about, security. But when you break out of that egg, you allow yourself a breakthrough moment. You expand your horizons and you tear down old structures that are no longer serving you. So this may not only be physical clutter that you're clearing out, but spiritual and emotional clutter, old stories, old ways of being that feel like structures that are restrictive to you. So I'm liking that. And I'm liking that with this wild horse is bringing you new things, accumulation. This is a card of feeling satisfied, feeling abundant, feeling like you've got a nice return on all the discipline that you've had, the self-discipline. This is a really good card for money. It's a card usually depicted by a woman who's cloaked in fine robes and jewelry and eating grapes. And it's a real card of luxury and a card of experiencing the good things in life, the riches in life. So with this shakeup, it look like a storm. It look like destruction, but it's actually bringing you new fertility and abundance. I'm kind of getting volcano energy. That's what, the Tower card has a lot of that Mars-driven Pluto energy. And with with a volcano, it always brings the magma up from the underworld and shoots forth and destroys everything in its path to create new fertile land. And that's what I'm getting with this. This is the new fertility, the new land. I'm actually seeing it in terms of this with growth. And then also this insight, things moving quickly. So I see that mid-month. You could have a real spiritual revelation that helps you with a huge breakthrough and makes room for new abundance. And you're preparing for that at the beginning of the month by clearing out all this excess stuff. I'm also seeing that by clearing things out in the physical world, you're making more room in the spiritual world for new physical things to come in. There also be an air sign involved. This is daughter of air. This is the young side of air, where they speak before thinking sometimes. They can just blurt things out. So you could be involved with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius who will be very blunt with you and very direct and maybe not tactful. And their energy is actually helpful to you in terms of bringing you these new things. It may not be what you want to hear. It may be uncomfortable, but if you can, it's reminding me of this phrase, out of the mouth of babes. This could come from someone who is operating in their young side of themselves, but just saying it like it is. You know how kids can just say things that kind of make you laugh or take everyone aback with surprise because they just say it out loud. That's what this energy is like. So if you have an air sign giving you feedback, it might not be comfortable, but it's actually helping you to get to this, Cancer. And then at the end of the month, lots of nice things. We have change, we have fullness, we have insight, and we have the sun. So the end of June I see as a really exciting, fun time for you. I'm focusing on this Three of Water, which just means celebration. It means being surrounded by friends and family and people you love, like-minded people. It just means enjoying and celebrating the fullness of life, which is accumulated here. It's no coincidence that we have all these fruits here on the vine that you've collected. And then at the end of the month, you're just, they're being brought to the table of celebration and enjoyment. That's what Three of Cups is. And I'm really seeing Three of Cups as guiding the last part of the month here for you, Cancer. I see you changing. Two of Earth means being flexible and adaptable to what's changing. We're going from that new moon, and here's the sun that you're headed to. So with these new spiritual revelations and the breakthrough, it's causing some change. for you, which is very welcome. It's taking you from sort of this dark, gestational is the word that I'll use, place with this new moon, a place of nurturing. Cancer has a lot of relation to the womb, and it's opening that up to these new plants that are growing in the sunlight. So it's sort of like the cycle of birth and life, this change happening. And that's through being flexible, adaptable, having a sense of humor. Both of these cards, I see a lot of laughter for you at the end of the month, and just really enjoying life with people that you love and adore and who are like-minded to you. And then you may at the end of the month not want things to be going too quickly. This is 8 of fire, which means things really progressing quickly. It means information coming in. It means the arrows of love. It means insight, again, communication. And you might be just saying, hey, things are moving pretty fast here. I just want to slow it down. I just want to I don't want this to complete, is what you're saying. This card usually means things lined up. So things approaching completion rapidly. And you want to be enjoying more of this time for a longer time. You just wanting to be time slow down for you when this card appears, which could be a good thing. It's right in line with abundance and sun and 3 of cups. So time slows down because you're having such a good time. It's just that you don't want it to end. And again, you finish the month with the sun here. And this is just a card of vibrancy. The card pretty much speaks for itself. Vibrancy, enjoying life, feeling vital, feeling radiant, feeling like just enjoying the moment, enjoying life here on Earth. Having your day in the sun, Cancer. So I really like for you, Cancer, especially the last part of the month. You may benefit from clearing out some physical clutter, creating space to bring something new in, and then embracing the storm. Ride that wild horse that's taking you to the unknown, taking you away from what is familiar or rigid or structured, and allow this breakthrough to come in. Allow yourself to get to this place. Look at the symbolism in both of these cards, surrounded by flowers, celebrating the sun. And this is a sunflower. Look at their attitude or their posture here. It's the card of celebration. And this is really what I see for you. So let it in. Even if that's where the horse is taking you and it seems terrifying, this is where you go. This is where you end up. So allow it in. And if you've got an air sign who's giving you feedback that seems blunt or harsh or cutting or sharp, take it as words from a child that is just being very honest with you. So that's a reading for you, Cancer, for June. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Cancer who you think you might enjoy it. And if any of you are looking for life coaching, my friend Jeannie is a life coach. She's wonderful. I'll put her link down below there. Please check her out. And if you'd ever like to book a reading with me, you can do that at readingsbygwendolyn.com. And as always, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. Hope everyone has a beautiful one, and we're heading into Cancer season next. So a happy early birthday to all you Cancers as well. Yours in the stars.